Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to Casa Salentina.
Buona domenica.
Yes.
It's Anna and Michael, and just
Just letting you know,
Yeah.
as you probably do know, or some of you may not know, while we haven't been put a video up the last 2 weeks. My dear mum passed away a week ago. It's on the 24th of the February this year, and we laid her to rest yesterday. We didn't actually lay her to rest, but we had the service down in Sydney, so
it's been a tough
been a
couple
tough
of weeks.
couple of weeks.
We did get notice that she had about a week to go.
Yeah.
She didn't have anything major. There was no illness, there was no cancer, nothing like that. It was just her time.
Yeah, she was born in 1931, so she was 92, so she had a good innings.
She had a
good
great
life.
innings, and she was great right till the end.
She was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, it was a happy.
It was a great service.
Great service and happy wake, and we really did celebrate her life. But as you know, when you lose someone, you just sort of feel a little bit
bit flat and numb.
flat.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
But life goes on, unfortunately, and well, not unfortunately, fortunately.
Yes. No. And we know she had a great life, and the service was so uplifting that we felt so much better.
Yeah.
Since then. So,
yes.
Yeah. And today we're actually, funny enough,
Oh well. Yes.
we have a sad occasion, but we have had a happy occasion.
Yes.
Today, we got married 10 years ago. Yesterday.
At this very spot.
At this very spot.
Yes.
So we come down and walk down here quite a lot because it's just a couple of minute walk from our home. So we thought it was fitting to actually have our intro here on our morning walk where we were married. So you might hear seagulls, you might hear birds,
Kookaburras maybe.
Beautiful nature. The water today's beautifully still. It's just such a beautiful setting here. We really love it. It doesn't look real today. It's so nice and calm.
Yeah.
So this is our journey of buying a home in south of Italy, in Salento, the heel of Italy, known for its beautiful beaches, sunshine, a land steeped in history. We bought our house in the historic centre of Galatone, a small town just a short trip from the beautiful coast of Santa Maria al Bagno and surrounding towns of Gallipoli, Galatina and DauvO. Follow our journey on how we made it possible from Australia to purchase this remotely and the progress of the refurbishment and restoration along the way.
Yeah.
So today we're going to go through people that we would recommend for you if you're looking for help to buy property in Italy, and how we sort of went through it was with Salento with Love, obviously, and our rental now is with Renting in Puglia, which is a subsidiary of
Part of Salento with Love.
Salento with Love.
Yep.
But there are other people that we're in contact with, and we would recommend as well to you. So we will probably post up here who these people are, what they do, where you can find them. You can also get reviews of these people, and that, like, some people do certain areas as well. So this is the most common question we get asked daily, weekly, consistently. How did you go about it? How did you know who to trust? How did you know where to find it, where to look, what you did? So we have mentioned in many videos, we took about 18 months or so of research before we found where we wanted.
Yep.
The area.
Yep.
And once the area was found, it was basically finding how.
Yeah.
And
how it all happens. Yeah.
and who can help us. So we're going to put these people, they've had a lot of success. They've got, some of them have got YouTube videos, YouTube channels.
Yep.
Some have a good following on Instagram and Facebook, and you can contact them and they contact you back. That's another thing. You know, you might find someone but they don't contact you back. So you can then do more research and ask more questions directly with them, and you can choose the person that best suits you. So, because that's all going to be another thing as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
you know, does that person suit me? Yeah, you can find the right people for you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We've been following these people for a number of years now.
For a number of years, I've been in contact with, for example, for Nikki Taylor in the Puglia area, I've been in contact with her for many years, probably since 2020, actually prior to Senta, prior to David Mengele. We've also followed DauvO for a long time. Followed DauvO before I followed Salento as well. And in fact, I mentioned to DauvO that he should get in contact with DauvO, and they did, and they met up. So we also can now also recommend Marissa, who does the Tuscany
area.
Yes, and another person that we would recommend is BradsWorld. Now, we haven't had contact with BradsWorld, but he has got a great YouTube channel and website, and you can contact him. He has agents that help you and everything, even people to, if you need to renovate, so pretty much like Salento at Love. And then probably the last person would be Nick. I think everyone knows Nick from Italian Property, from DauvO.
Nick's great.
Yes. So that's what we will do for you. We will put that up, and we may even show you how to research and how to find them.
So here we are on our YouTube, and I've just typed in Salento with Love, as you can see, and this is his channel. And he was probably about the third or fourth channel that I found back in 2020 when we were looking for homes. Our trip that year got cancelled due to lockdowns all over the world, so I began to look online and surprisingly found 2 or 3 people that were offering that they would look for homes on your behalf. So I didn't know any of these people. This is a really good YouTube channel, especially the earlier years. If you go back 1, 2, 3 years, where he walks through the towns, where he explains property tax. Back then there was an eco bonus, whether you need surveyors. Like, this is really very resourceful channel, and that is David Mengele that you see there. His whole team is wonderful, so I would definitely recommend going through this playlist. As I said, going back, you'll learn a lot. For those who don't know much about buying property in Italy, then they also have a website, which is very, very helpful. They have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, so whichever would be suitable for you, but I do probably recommend watching the YouTube channel as well. From there, they also now, only recently, in the last 6 months, they now have renting in Puglia. Now, our property is actually rented through them, and this is our property there, Casa Salentina. It has actually been rented out for a 12-month period. So if you're doing one monthly, you know, you've got €52 per night if it's going to be just short term, but at the moment it has been rented out for 12 months. There's our property there for those who follow us on Casa YouTube or my personal Instagram page. So there are properties there. The good thing is they tell you the prices, whether utilities are included, whether they're, you know, where they are. So if you're just going over there just to rent a property, you might want to consider this part of Salento with Love's group here. Now, just looking in general, if you just want a feel of Italy or towns and what they have in surrounding areas, these following YouTube channels here are very, very resourceful. So one is Italian Property. Our friend there, Nick Ferrand, his really basically covers Tuscany and Umbria. So I know there's a lot of Tuscan lovers out there. He has the most wonderful, wonderful properties. He has quite a sense of humour. An English chap that now has been living in Italy for many, many, many years. So I definitely recommend this channel. if you want to get an idea or feel for towns and homes and prices. This particular video here, your Italian property questions answered, this was a pretty good resourceful video if you're really new to looking at the moment. Now more recently, I've actually been watching Marissa. Her video channel is Tales from Tuscany. Now she is an Australian, very well travelled I might add. Lived in France as well as living in Italy. She's got her own property there now. She's now married. It's gorgeous little anniversary there. And I definitely would recommend her. She really been quite helpful recently in the Chiani area and surrounding towns where she is. So I definitely recommend Marissa. I'm only in touch with her through like Instagram and things like that, so not personally met her, but she is absolutely wonderful. If you're looking in that area, I would suggest watching her YouTube channel. I do believe she may have a website, I'm not too sure, but she definitely has an Instagram page. So there's another one. Another chap here is BradsWorld. Now he's an American Italian, this one. Now he does a lot of, he lives in Montepulciano, but he does, besides the Tuscan area and surrounding towns, he does a lot of the province of Lazio. So if anyone knows the provinces, Rome is in Lazio, in the province of Lazio. So that is like saying Sydney is in New South Wales, for example. So he works with a real estate agent. He's got a group of people also similar to Salento with Love that they work with for renovations. So I do recommend BradsWorld if you want to go in and watch the house tours that he does. So BradsWorld and Nick here, Italian Property, they do house tours. Salento with Love very rarely does them now, but if you go to the older videos, like I did say earlier, he does a lot of house tours and walk through towns back then. Now he does a lot of the renovations of people that have purchased properties through the help of him and his team. But if you're just looking mainly to browse the houses, see what's around and pricing, Nick gives you the prices as well. Marissa now also browses through properties, but she gives you a lovely insight to Chiani and the surrounding towns. Same with Brad. He does house tours and shows you and tells you a lot about what's around in town, because you need to know what services are there as well, so he does explain that. Now DauvO, one of the most, probably the inconsistent ones of all the ones I watch, but I did follow him madly back in 2020 and got a lot of help and information from him. So you'll see a lot of his videos here, 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, and then he's had a huge break. He's just probably noticed here 3 months ago, 7 days, just slowly sort of making a comeback again. He does have a website too, I believe. So you may want to also follow DauvO there. Now, one that has got a YouTube channel but doesn't do house tours or regular videos at all on her channel, she may change that this year, I'm not too sure, is Nikki Taylor. Now another lady who is also Australian, don't know how I'm finding the Australian, definitely worth following. She can even help you find property. So a lot of these are like property search people. They'll actually go to the properties, look at them for you, send you videos, give you their expertise, help whether the properties that you have found are worth looking at. So definitely Nikki Taylor, who has been living in Italy for quite a while. A lot of information out on Nikki if you type in her name. She's also been on the House Hunters International for those that are in America and follow that. She is now based in Puglia for quite a few years now. She also has a really good Instagram page, and you'll see her updates here. She also does the La Dolce Vita magazine, so that's another thing you could probably follow and be inspired by. So I definitely recommend Nikki. I'm in contact with Nikki quite a lot. I did one of her courses back in 2020. It was so helpful. So if you're really stuck and just don't know where to start and you can't find anything or anyone, perhaps do one of the courses. And that I find her really helpful. And as I said, I'm in contact with her purely through Instagram. I missed out a chance to see her. We couldn't get our dates and times together while I was in Italy. Things were happening all the time and neither one of us could actually meet. So I recommend Nikki here. And as I said, if you can go here, this is where you can book your virtual property consultation. All right, so that's if you need her to go look at a property for you. So you might say, how do you find the property in the first place? Well, this is just one of very many sites. I'm not going to go through all of them because we had so many sites that we went through. We went through Casa.it, Immobiliare, and Idealista here. If you type in Idealista.it, you go here and you can put it in your own language. You notice Spain, French. So I will go to English here. And all you need to do is, if you want to buy, you choose buy. If you want to rent, you choose rent. So if you put buy, you can write down homes here, like I don't want you, I just want homes here. You can say your area. So for example, I'm just going to put Puglia, but I might want to see what's in Galatina perhaps. Okay, and I just press search and it just comes up with all the different homes and you can see all the prices varying here. Lots of filters here. You can say like I want a minimum of 80,000 to a maximum of, let's just say 260 just as an example. You can put down the size of the property. You can say you want flats. So you can do all that here. I'll just say 3 rooms. Let's just say 2 bathrooms. Just go through there. There's so much you can do there along here. So you can write here lowest price to highest, and then all the properties will appear here for you. Now remember this property. I remember this property back in 2021 when we were looking, and I see that it's still available. Amazing. I think I just fell in love with the carts that were in the bottom level there. So some of these are towns in and surrounding Galatina. So I know Know-How is not in the central storico of Galatina, but it's only a few kilometers away from Galatina. So you do want to read the suburb. This says central storico, so you know that's going to be close to the centre itself. Some of them are inside the centre itself. So once you go into, let's just choose this one just as an example. Once you go in there, you'll have all the photos so you can see the property. I'll show you all the properties, but sometimes it's not enough. And that's when you would get in touch with any of these people that I've mentioned. And with a fee that you pay them, they will go video and look at the property for you. You can do a lot of research prior on the map here. For example, we know that's the central storico of this particular town, central storico. And you can zoom in and out, get a rough idea where all the stores are, if it's got a castle, restaurants, how close it is to the sea, etc. So we did quite a lot of that. Obviously, you can read what they have here. I would never ever contact anyone. The few that we did in the early stages, not one of them actually contacted us back, and we found out that it's quite common. And that's how we got in touch with these people up the top here that I've just mentioned to you, and they do get back to you. They are wonderful. So that's what you're looking for. But down here, property prices, it just tells you everything here. It's quite good. It'll even tell you like the electricity, the size of the home. It's just one of the sites, but like I said, there's quite a few sites. If you type in Casa.it, for example, that'll come up here. You'll do the same thing, press English. You do exactly the same thing if it's English. If you're French, you'll pick French, etc. Same sort of thing. Immobiliare is probably the other one that most people might know as well. Same thing here. All right, so you just do the same thing. You choose your English. Once you get to choose your English, in here you would write down your suburb or area or province. So that's probably going to help you there. So that's how we did this. We did this for 18 months. We narrowed it down from like 50 houses right down to 10, down to 5. And I think it was our 5th house that actually went through. The 4th house didn't go through. The first 3 we didn't go ahead with at all. 2 of them had railway stations in the backyard. One we just weren't too sure of the suburb, so we decided not to go with it. So have a list and see how many you can find. And definitely go to these YouTubes. Get a feel for the person, because not every person, you might not relate to that person, and it might not be in your area. I do know some of these people do go outside their provinces, so even though I feel like Salento with Love is really the expert with Puglia, he does do other areas. The same with Nick. I know Nick's come down to Puglia, even though he specialises in his area where he lives, which is Tuscany. And at this stage, I think Marissa's more Tuscany at this point, but obviously probably expand. And I know Brad does a little more travel as well. DauvO, not too sure because he's just coming back in again now after some absent time. And Nikki does some travelling as well, even though she's also based in Puglia now. So I hope that helps. Find your property. Any of these people probably might have property as well for you that they could recommend. Just remember that all these, they do come with a fee. They do come with a fee. So it's not a free service, but they'll send you a video. They will have a voice, a phone call consultation with you as well. So you get to know the people over the phone as well. And if you just follow them for 3 to 6 months, you'll get an idea of their personality, character, and what they can do for you. And then you'll find the right person to match yourself with, because obviously everyone is different, and certain people will appeal to you and others obviously won't. So that'll be it for today. And if there are any questions, please either email or comment below. We can probably even show you our consultation, our videos of the properties that were looked at for us on our behalf, so you get an idea of the quality and the extent that of these videos for you to make up your mind, because obviously it is a hard decision even through a video, but it's definitely possible, and it was for us very efficient and no problems at all, no challenges. So happy Sunday, and from Michael and I, we will see you again next week, and perhaps we will continue with our journey with the renting. Our chap now has been, our family there has been in renting it since November, and we're now in March. It's really hard to believe it's been that far. So we'll tell you the progress of what it's like to rent your property once you buy it, if you wish to, if you're not staying there, becoming a resident, and you're just travelling back and forth. We will give you our story on that. So that is it for today, and have a wonderful week.
So
Bye.
we're going to say probably bye for now.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all good.
I think we're all good.
All
Yeah.
right. And we'll see you in the next one. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe.
If you like our content, like and subscribe.
And if this does
share.
help you, if this helps you, please let us know if it does, because it's the biggest question we get asked.
Yep, the comments, and I'll leave some links in the description below for all these people we recommend. Yep.
All right, and thank you.